Mac was urgently placed in an escape pod by his parents as soon as he was born, because their planet was about to be destroyed. To ensure their son's survival, his parents gave him the only chance to escape. Yet, he couldn't even say a proper goodbye. Fortunately, a child from a neighboring planet also escaped with him, making the journey less boring. However, their escape trajectories were completely opposite. The other could pass safely through an asteroid belt, while he endured numerous hardships. He thought he would live a happy life once he reached Earth, but upon crashing into a rich family's property, he was immediately thrown into a prison full of villains. From then on, their fates were sealed. The other was adopted by a married couple, while his life began where many others ended. And, from a young age, he possessed supernatural abilities, while Mac had to spend his time in prison. From childhood, he was indoctrinated with flawed thinking. His life lacked not just a starting point, but even basic family education. Fortunately, Mac was very intelligent. He easily built a cool combat vehicle. The prison warden noticed his talent, and decided to send him to school. There, he met the boy with superpowers. The superpower to make popcorn was loved by all. Mac also wanted to be liked, so he invented a popcorn machine overnight. But due to rushing the process, his invention malfunctioned. Instead of gaining everyone's affection, he was labeled a bad kid. Everyone started to isolate him, and eventually, Mac became a target of bullying. Gradually, Mac figured it out. Since everyone thought he was a villain, he decided to become the worst one of them all. Thus, a supervillain was born, and the little superhero became his archenemy, because good always triumphs over evil. So, every time Mac committed a crime, the superhero would send him back to prison. His sentence had already amounted to thousands of years. Now, he wasn't worried about it, for prison felt like home to him, come and go as he pleased. One day, Mac prepared a surprise for the superhero. He kidnapped the female journalist the superhero liked during Pete's speech. Pete flew into the air angrily. He quickly located Mac's position, but when he arrived, he realized he had fallen into a trap set by Mac. Pete, who could have escaped, suddenly became powerless. As the energy cannon activated, the area where Pete was standing was blown to ruins, and his cape flew towards Mac. When he opened it, the superhero had turned into a pile of bones. Mac couldn't believe it. In the days that followed, he became an invincible presence in the city, but Mac wasn't happy. Without Pete as his adversary, he felt lost and bored every day. Looking at Pete's statue, he suddenly had a bold idea. Since there was no superhero in the city, he would create one to be his opponent. So, he began extracting hairs from the superhero's cape, then created a superhero gene. Anyone hit by this gun would inherit the superhero's powers.